Hi there, it's Elaine here, and I'm going to do another 2022 collage challenge set by Art and Junk Journals with Julie and Leigh's Art Studio. I haven't got anything written down anywhere, so I had to try and remember it there for a minute. Sorry ladies. And we're going to do the March prompts, because February's was a challenge. Actually, I might just show you February's because I've added a couple of bits to February. So I've added a flower and a couple of leaves, and I've added some books, I think I did, and I've added Feb at the bottom just so I know it's February's. And I'll probably write challenge along the edge there. So for March, this time we have medieval as the theme, and things like Middle Ages, ancient Greek, Egyptian, that sort of era. So medieval I found was quite a large sort of chunk of many centuries really, and I'm actually going to go with the Middle Ages, probably later Middle Ages. With the winter, that caused a bit of a problem with medieval and winter, and including the orange or peach. So I'm kind of going to go more with the winter and the Middle Ages. I'm going to throw in the oranges as extras, because my winter's all white and snowy and stuff like that, but you'll see that in a minute. So number 4 is tissue, napkin, rice or decoupage paper. 5 is butterfly, insects, bees, bugs, that sort of thing. 6 is stamping, stenciling or inking. 7 is maths or keyboard symbols, which I'm probably going to go with some maths, some keyboard. You know, I'm going to do some stamping, I think, with those. And then any swap or bonus items you can use: bling, charms, jewels, stickles, glitter, sequins, anything like that. I think I do have some stickles up here, so I might add that. Yes, I've got some nice sparkly stardust stickles. I've only got one because it's not something I use a lot. I don't like glitter, not really. I like mica powder, but I'm not that keen on glitter. Partly because it goes everywhere, and you know, even when I'm embossing, I've got some glittery embossing powders. I just get in such a mess. I mean, I get them in a mess with glue anyway, so the last thing I want to do is... So I might use a little bit of stickles at the end. I have already stuck down my winter, partly because it was quite difficult, and my medieval lady, she came out of a Daphne's Diary. I have actually seen her on the internet as well, but as you can see, she's too big for my book, and so that was causing a problem. So I decided to turn the book, and we're going to be working in this direction. So let me just check to see if we're set up, because on this direction it's causing a bit of a problem with the height of my... So I'm just going to check to see if I'm in frame. I have to stand up to do that, because I've tried to heighten it a little bit so that you can see the whole book really. It's not too bad because the top and bottom doesn't matter too much. Mainly the top doesn't matter so much, but obviously I'm going to be kind of working in this area. So here's my castle, my medieval castle in the winter time. So I'm hoping to stay in frame. I'm going to try not to move the book, because I do have trouble because it's so high I can't actually see it, so I can't see the top of my phone. Right, so she's going to be going on here somewhere. As you can see, she fits better. I had to, it went over the page. It was a great big double page spread in a magazine I've got. It's actually a wedding book. I've got a couple of wedding magazines because I just love dresses and that sort of stuff. So I've kind of tried to take out, you know, make it a nice wavy bottom, following the snow really. And I wanted to keep the frosty snowy edge in here because I like that bit, and I like the castle, so I've had to piece it together. The stuff all on this side was all had writing and stuff on, so I wanted to cut that out. Plus we need other places to put various things, so I'm hoping she's going to go and cover up most of middle. I haven't quite figured that out properly yet, because I also want to cover up this bench, but I can do that using some of my bits and bobs that I've got. So that's my medieval and my winter. The problem is, the only thing I could find is basically her hair's a little bit orangey. Obviously she was a bit of a redhead. It's yellow and pink really, but I liked her because she was in a medieval dress. I love the shoes. Look at the pointy shoes. They're fun, aren't they? So I wanted to make sure I kept that, you see. I didn't want to chop the bottom off to get it on the page. So I decided to spin it around. I don't know how well it's going to go. We'll see. Right, what else have we got? Orange. I've bought my Memento Morocco with me for the orange, for doing some stamping. So I've got some bug stamps. I've got a bee. And I've got a dragonfly on a flower, which I quite like, and a dragonfly on its own. I've got a couple of wooden stamps. This is possibly a ladybird, and that's some kind of bug. So we've got a few bugs. And in here I've got some smallish snowflakes that I can use just to dot about, and we can do them in orange, doesn't really matter, does it? So we'll add the orange somehow. And then I've also got, obviously I've got numbers, but I've got a couple of symbols for the maths or keyboard symbols. They're a bit of both, and I've got a few other symbols in here which are obviously on the keyboard and maths, so we can use them as well. And I've also got, for the maths, I don't think there's anything on that one really. I've got some maths stuff here from my marine engineers book that I love, and there's lots of equations and various things, so I think we can put that in somewhere. And I think the only other thing is tissue, napkin and rice paper, so I didn't get them out. Found some orange scraps that I might be able to put in the background. And I've got my new Bees, Birds and Butterflies sticker book. I got this for Christmas. Birds are first. I've highlighted a couple of orange. So we've got a couple of orange bumblebees in here that I can use. Then there's this one. Where are you? Oops. And we've got some orangey flowers. And there's some other bugs that have got orange on them. This one I think is next. And they've got some butterflies. They're sort of orangey. Some more orangey butterflies there. So there's quite a few things we can use to orange it up. And I do have my botanical sticker book as well. I haven't actually marked any orange, but I know there is some here and there in some of the tabbed things that I've got, but they're not necessarily tabbed for the orange, so I might be able to find the odd thing in here if I need to. There's lots of orange flowers, obviously. We can add those if we want to. Once we've got the bugs on. And here's some orange flowers. So yes, we've got the 2 sticker books we can call on to orange everything else up. So I'm not worried about the orange really. We can just add that as we go along, and I've got some scraps too, so we'll figure it out as we go. So let's move these out of the way for now. I might need those because I need to add some more bits and pieces here. Trouble is, I think I've probably stuck the castle down really well. I want to try and tuck some underneath there, and I can put some over here. Right, so we'll move the lady off. Sorry, I caught my lead then, and we'll get going. Right, I've found some tissue. I did bring various folders up. I've got different types. I've got this tissue, which is tissue I've printed myself just onto white tissue, but I did get, oh, I think I've just shut it. Sorry, a bit croaky today. This particular one is kind of a slightly orangeness to it, like a peachy colour really, so I could use that one. That one was sent to me by I think a very long time ago. She's a mixed media lady in Israel, and she stamped it all herself. I quite like the swirly, some of the swirly patterns on there, so I might use that one. So I'll put that one to one side, and there's some more in there. The rest is stamped by me, the white stuff stamped by me, and my own stamps. But I think we might use that actually. Is that a smaller piece? The one that's in here. Let's just have a quick look. Might as well use the smaller piece rather than a big piece. I don't know, I think it's, oh yeah, it is smaller. Not quite so much curly stuff on it, but so we'll put that up there, out the way. So we've got that one, which is the colour we want. This one is, I think it's a Timmy paper, Tim Holtz, but it does have the dragonflies on it. So I might use that as well. It's going to be causing shadows up there. Then I found this one in one of my pre-printed tissue. That's got orange on it, but it's got quite a lot of blue. The only trouble is with this one is, where's my lady? Oh, that one I'm not going to use because it's not got anything of relevance on that one. It doesn't, I don't know whether it goes with her or not, because obviously she's got pink on her. So I think it might be a bit too busy, that one. So I don't think we'll use that one. Now then, I've got white that I can print myself if I need to. Obviously, because my background is quite white, I think if I printed it in orange, it would probably go quite nice. I did quite like this one. It's got a nice little bit of orange on. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. There's a little bit of Timmy paper, but actually it's not quite as orange as I thought. So I think I might use this. I do like this one. And it's got script on it, and it's got, I like these baroque looking swirls and stuff. I think that kind of goes with it. I think I might use it along here. Right, let's tear that bit off because that's got the equation on that I want. Take those blank bits off. I kind of Let's see if I didn't realise I'd stuck it down so well. So I like this bit here. Script here. I've found this one which hasn't really got specific equations but it's got figures and measurements and things on, so we could use that as well. I might stick this bit down here. And I quite like because it's a castle, and obviously it's got the are they portcullis? No, that's the gate thing, isn't it? A portcullis. I'd like the equation to be showing at the top there. I can always cut that off. I did also find some die cuts that have got some orangey roses and that on it, so I might use those as well. I also need to find something. I want to cover that bench up because it's obviously very modern, and she can go over it, but then she ends up exposing too much of the, I want her to be semi over the castle. So I've only got this little bit showing then. So I'm hoping it won't stand out too much. I don't know whether that looks a little bit silly like that. It looks like she's resting her chin on the top of the castle. I think what I'll do is I will put that bit under there like that. I think maybe I shall do that because I just want to cover up some of the text there so it doesn't poke out, but I don't know. It might not be seen anyway once I get the tissue on. Yeah, okay. I don't think I need to be quite so precise, I don't think. So while it's there, where's my glue stick? It's buried. Glue stick is buried. There it is. And I will stick that down where it is. Oh, I didn't bring enough out. Right. Tuck that back. That doesn't matter, that bit. Ah. So this is tucked under there, so we'll put that down so that can be on the top, and we'll stick that bit there, then we'll stick this bit on there. I was thinking of using this, wasn't I? Maybe I should put that under there. One thing about glue stick is you can actually, so I'm going to stick that up here and tuck it underneath, but I don't want to cover up that. It's a little bit crooked. The thingy's in the way. Let's just straighten it up. There we are. So it's coming along. See, originally I was going to have her over here, but this exposes this part quite a lot. I'm not quite sure if I'm that bothered. But the thing is, the further over I get her, the more I expose that central line, which is the idea of her covering it up. And I'm not really... am I pushing it off screen? I can't tell because it's too high. Yes, I have a bit, haven't I? I don't think I want any of these. Can't figure out something else here, I think. Because I think I need some stuff down here. Where's my papers? Where's my papers? Some of my gel, just a tiny bit of gel print, I think that is. It's got a little bit of blue on it, sparkly blue too, a little bit of bling. Oh yes, that works quite well, doesn't it? That will cover me. The thing is, I didn't want to, oh, I've got a bench here as well, never mind. And I didn't want to cover up all of the winter looking part of it because, you know, that's relevant. But these benches are rather modern, aren't they? But I can put flowers and things like that. Where are the flowers? I'm in a right mess already, aren't I? Where did they go? I moved them just now. Where did I put them? Oh, there they are, under there. Quite a strong, bold colour. I actually don't like all of that straight line. Maybe I could do this. I'm not quite sure if I want the doilies, to be honest. So I'm going to hand tear that out so I can have it. Oh, that covered up very well, didn't it? I'm liking that. I think the problem is that, you know, I put the background down first, and only because it was such a pain, and I ended up sticking it all down, and I wasn't intending to do that at all. I was going to try and leave myself like the top part flapping and that sort of thing, so I can tuck stuff underneath it. But silly me, got a bit carried away with the glue as usual, and it didn't quite work. I really like this one. I think this was it was either smooshing or brushes, I can't remember. I think it was smooshing. Just bits and pieces, it's nice. Try and get that white edge off. I think that's a bit better. Oh, look, there's a big one there. That's nice, isn't it? I like that. I think we'll create a nice little thing there. And then I'm going to put the bugs and things up there, I think. Right. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Looks a bit wild, but then that's what I do. So I think move it over to there, so she'll have to rest her chin on it, I think. You're just not tall enough, love, or you're too tall. One or the other. I don't want to chop her feet off, and this one sticks out quite a lot. So if I do her like that, that's too the wrong colour. And then we can put some stickers on or something around there maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Right, I think we're getting there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick her down. So I've got her roughly where I want her. About there, I think. And this little bit behind her, because I quite like that. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Right, let's... Actually, I think I was going to have it that way, wasn't I? Do that bit. Like that. There we go. That's that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the bottom half of her down, because I don't know whether I still need to lift up the top half, because I kind of need her there so that I can work out where I need to place things. So I'm just going to stick her down on the bottom half so that the top half doesn't no, she's not quite in the right place. No, 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 no. Like that. That's it. I think that's the best I can do. She's a little, she has to be at a little bit of an angle, but I think that'll be fine. And I think I'm going to put this one over here, cover up that piece. So I'll put that bit down. Printing on. Stick down then. Stick down, stick down. It's because I'm trying to make the crease. Like that. That's it. Right, I'm going to stick her feet down because I don't want anything under them. I don't think I do. I'll probably regret it, but there we are. It's done now. I think maybe we could put that there. I think I might use some more of that. I like the colour of it. There's a bit down here, look. Here I will have a cluster of flowers around it. So I could do with something up here, something in there really. I've got some butterfly punches and some blue ones in here as well, but there we go. Wonder if I can get a sticker under here. Birds, beads and butterflies. Let's see what we have. They're quite little, aren't they? But I think they're all oranges. So yeah, let's see what we have. Right, let's just, I kind of want to, I could put a butterfly under here. It's quite orangey, isn't it? They do have very large borders around these stickers, that's the only trouble. And I usually rip off the antennae like I've just done, because they won't come out. Maybe they've improved the sticky part of it, because it's... Oh, now I've ripped the butterfly. Oh dear. Just going to take a little bit of the border off. Right, so I've actually cut out a butterfly and I'm going to pop it in here, and I decided to just fill in this little bit with the other piece of this so that I can oh, let's just pop that under there, and then what's left I can cover up with the butterfly. I think I might have to put some glue on it now because I've just ripped it again. So yes, I'm not doing too well really, am I? Right, now I don't want you stuck down yet, so I'm going to put the butterfly's wings underneath. Underneath, yeah. I was going to do it like that, but I've ripped the. I might be able to just, yeah, about there maybe. There we go. Yeah, so I've got tears and rips and tears and rips. You can tell I haven't done anything for a long while. Let's put it that way. I'm going to stick that bit down now. And I think I'm going to stick this bit down. So yeah, she's covering that bit up. And how are we doing? I don't know. We're making it a little bit more oranger. And we now need some maybe other bugs, and I need to put some flowers down here. So let's find some other things, shall we? Shall we find some other stickers? We can have one up here. Now, so I can use some of this paper to stamp some of my bugs on. I could do a big dragonfly. This. Like that. Yes, now then. Let's do that first. I think we'll come back to the stickers. Now that I've got that little bit sorted out, we'll do a bit of stamping. So we're going to stamp onto this bit of paper that I just pulled some of this off of. It comes with a backing, and quite often the backing is quite hard to get off. That one seems to come off really quite well. And we will do some orange. I've seen an orange dragonfly before. Have you? Right. I kind of want him at an angle really. Let's see if we can get him in there. He seems to be coming off the, what do we call it? But I think that's word right. He's cute, isn't he? So we'll tear him down there, and we'll tear it down here. Try not to smudge him. We should have done that first. Oh no, I'm going to cover up my thingy bobs, aren't I? Never thought of that. Maybe we'll tear around him. Right, there we are. That's better. I think what we'll do is maybe we'll get that way. No, I think it covers better that way, I think. So we can still see some. That's quite fun, isn't it? I can cover that pointy corner off there, and I kind of don't like that bit there very much. So we can go up higher like that. There we are. Oh yeah, that fits nice, doesn't it? It's quite thickish paper, so I think what I'm going to do is... The thing is with art glitter glue is you can leave it in place and just lift up one edge, knowing that you've got it where you want it. Look, just like that. If your glue will work. Come on. My hands aren't very strong at the moment. I've been having a lot of trouble with my hands. It's partly why I haven't been very creating lately. It's the weather. I'm afraid there's not a lot I can do about this time of year. It just seems to be worse this time of year. But it does stop me creating, I'm afraid. I don't think I need that point bit there, do I? Yeah, I probably should have tipped that way a little bit. Never mind. Can't always cover everything right, because you're fiddling about trying to get it in there and it won't go where you want it. So we've got a few bugs on now, haven't we? Do we want a bumblebee? Should we do some on the page? I'm not quite sure whether I can stick her down now. Let's run through some of the prompts and see how we're doing. So we've got the medieval, and we've got the winter, and we've got the orange and peach happening. We've got the tissue paper in 2 places, butterflies, bees, bugs, whatever, stamping, and the math symbols, which we've got. So we've got all of the 7 prompts covered. Now I can still carry on, so I think we will just, you know, basically decorate now and put it up and make it gel together, cohesive, whatever you want to call it, and make it work. I think I will do some more stamping. Shall we use my little ladybird? Let's put my little ladybird on somewhere, and my little bee. I don't think I've used this one before. Let's oh, now I've got it all around the edge. Look at her, she's cute, isn't she? Hee hee. I think I would like one up there. It's got a bit of a edge to it. She's very cute. These are, I don't know how you say that, gummiapan.com, and they come without any, it's just the rubber piece. They're quite a reasonable price, but so you have to put the, I put the grey stuff on, which is the sticky, so it'll stick on a pad, but I don't know whether they've dried out a little bit being up here. Let's, I don't know whether I've used the bee already. I might have done. Oops. Oh, he's cute, isn't he? Where should we put him? Oh, damn. Woohoo, never mind. Got a double print there. I'm not quite sure if it'll work on this. Yeah. This is the only trouble with these little stamps. If you get the edge, it's... Let's put one up here. Hopefully that's dried enough. Yeah. That's cute. Right, well, I'm afraid my battery died. So I think it got I hadn't done that by the look of it, because I've had to look back to see how far it got before it died on me. Some of this is stuck down already. Obviously the march is stuck down. I put a hashtag on the march and printed it out with my little letter stamps. The A was a bit funny. It's very off centre, so I couldn't do much about that because I didn't realise at the time. They're only cheap stamps. I'll have to get my good ones up here, I think. Next time I'll bring them up. Right, now then. So the little butterflies are stuck down from my little ones that I've punched out. These aren't stuck in yet because I haven't decided on those. That butterfly's stuck and this flower is stuck. These aren't stuck yet. And they're actually covering up the bench because I don't want to see the bench. Spoils the aesthetic of the era, I suppose you could call it. I think I'm going to put this dragonfly here. It's a Your Creative Studio stamp. And I'm going to have it running across this here because it looks a bit, you know, kind of stark as it is. So I'm going to do it in black because obviously this is in black and there are sort of black elements on here. There's no point in stamping in orange because I'm going on to an orange base. So the biggest problem now is, can I get the plastic off? I haven't used this one, as you can see, and to get these plastics off are a right pain at times. Ah, there we go. Gotcha. Must have caught it. Right. Where's my block? Only barely goes on. And it's going to be a bit of a pain, so I'm going to put something underneath it. Let's get my book out. Let's see if we can level the book a bit. Might help. Where did you come from? There. Right, let's give it a go. Let's ink her up. I will print it on, because it's not been used before, I'm gonna, oops. So sorry if I'm jiggling you about, it's because the table, the camera's attached to, my phone's attached to the table. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? That look nice on there. Let's see what we can do. That's not where I want it. Right, I need to line it up because I want it going down the side here. Oh, it's not too bad. It's only that little tiny bit there that missed, which I'm not going to worry about too much because actually it's come out really well, considering. So I think what I'd like to do is put this one under here, because there's a funny little bit that I missed. That's why it should have gone that way a little bit more. So I'm going to put a flower under there to hide that little one. I don't quite know whether I want the leaves at the moment, so I'm going to take them off. These ones I definitely want here. Make sure the rose is the way around I want it. I think we might have that one going that way. So I want to just chop off that corner. Maybe a bee or something in the stickle form. Let's see if we can find a bee. There was some nice bright red bee, orangey bees, wasn't there? Alright, was it this one? Oh yes, look, there's some nice bees here. Orangey red bum. Cutting does cause me a bit of a problem. These are suitable for me because they've got no loops on them, you know, sort of the circles. They're designed for people like myself with arthritis in the hands, but it does still cause a problem. I don't enjoy cutting the stickers out, I really don't, but I also don't like all this white. I don't mind a little bit of a border, but it's just much too big. And then what's the point in having a sticker if you've got to cut them out? So yes. Sorry if I've been talking a little bit quiet during the video. I kind of forgot I'm recording. So I will try and speak up a bit more. But I don't know whether it was actually the bit when I wasn't recording. So we're going to put him in here to cover this little bit up here because there's a bit of a blank bit here, and I'm going to stick him on because he will stick to the tissue pretty well, so I don't think he'll need any glue, but I can always add a bit if I need to. This one I'm going to pop in here. I don't want to go quite that far in. And this is what I call my little twirly whirly tweaky bits, and actually this is the fun bit for me. I love doing this. I think it's my perfectionism. I know you're going to say it, Elizabeth, so I said it for you. Kind of want to cover this corner, which is why this butterfly's going here. And oh, he's not sticking, is he? There we go, that's a bit better. It's because he's going over this, which is card. So that one's stuck. This one I need to put on first. That'll do there. I want that one there. Oh. Oh dear. I think I'm not quite good in the way. I'm going around the edge of this, but I'm also covering this. Hang on a minute. I think I've done him too low. But there we are. Right. Do that like that. There can be a gap between them. They don't have to be right on top of one another. But I need to make sure I'm covering the bench, which is the whole point of this, which is under there. This little fella is just going to go in there, just to make it aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Here we go. So these are the same. These are big and small of the same one, and that one. And then I'm going to do this butterfly here, and we're nearly there. Why am I doing it upside down? Because this white bit on here shows up better on the dark background. There we go. I think we're nearly there. I think I've got... I'm going to cut that bit off. It's just annoying me enough to be sticking out. I did rip her a little tiny bit, but we can soon stick that down. One thing about paper or card is you can always stick it back down again. Shall I put some stickles on? The reason I don't use stickles and things like that very often is because I'm not very good at, I'm not got a very steady hand. So shall we, oh, see, I don't, and it's all sparkly. Ooh. Right, I think we're going to do something on, I'm not very good at this at all. I'm not leaving a blob, I'm just leaving a splodge. This is why I'm not very good at this. Oh. Oh, I've got a big bubble then. I think I might put some on the butterflies, the big ones anyway. I'm not going to go too mad. And I think I might put some on this. Oops, got the lights all tangled up. Oh, that was a big blob. Oh, I think I'm getting the hang of it. Oh, no. I'm just not good. I kind of wanted to put some in the flowers. Make them sparkle in the middle. Let's give it a go. If I muck it up, never mind, I can wipe it off. That one's all right. Oh. I'm getting the hang of it now. There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? On the flowers is nice. Okay, I'm done. That's me done. So, medieval, castle, lady, winter. Castle's all in winter. Orange. I think I've covered the orange now, don't you? Orange and peach. Tissue paper. Butterflies, insects we've covered. Stamping. Maths or keyboard symbols. All this has got maths in it. Various things. And I've got the hashtag on the march. I stamp that out. And some stickles. So yes, we're all covered. That's my lot. Let's just see if I'm lined up. Probably about there, I hope. I don't know whether that's still in view. Got some nice sparkly bits on there. And we're done. Well, it probably has turned out to be quite a long video. I do hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you to Julie and Leigh, who's hosting this collaboration. And I'll put the hashtag at the bottom of the screen so you know what it's called. The best thing to do is, I believe there's a playlist now for everybody's videos that are joining in with the collaboration. I believe there's over 20 people, 26 or something like that, but I think it's growing all the time because Wednesday is really the true day to do it, but I said to Julie that I knew I wouldn't get it done because I just didn't want to be up here. It was too cold and my hands were hurting, and I haven't really been doing an awful lot of creating, I'm afraid. And I said to her that I will be putting mine up, you know, a few days after. Under my video, I will put Julie's put it into a playlist now so each month will have its own playlist. So this is obviously March, so it'll be hashtag 2020 collage collaboration March, MAR, and February's will have its separate playlist. So I will put the March's playlist in my description box below the video. But you can go to Julie or Leigh. They both have. I think everything's on a playlist now because there's just so many that it takes her too long to just list them all, and I don't blame her personally. It does sort of, it's a lot of work. Even just doing the description box is a lot of work, especially if you've got to have links to every single person that's in it, and if there's people adding all the time, then you just spend so much time putting all this stuff in for you to, I mean, the idea is to help each, especially the smaller video creators that have joined the collaboration. You know, it's a nice way for you can hop around each individual video, see what they're doing, and please subscribe. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. It just helps us to be seen, and this collaboration is all about trying to help each other to you know, get more subscribers and be seen on YouTube, because it is quite hard. And I mean, I don't have a massive amount of followers, but it's growing all the time, and I really do appreciate everybody watching. I'm getting close to 500. I'm hoping that maybe if I can get to 500, I'll do a giveaway. The whole idea is to help people get established on YouTube, and that's what this is all about, really. So I'm hoping that maybe next month I might be able to get it done on time. And I do have other videos I'd love to do. I just haven't had the chance to be up here to do them either. So I'm sorry there's not many new videos at the moment, but I'm hoping the weather will start to improve. Now we're in March, maybe the start of spring might happen. If you've not given up on me and switched off already, I hope to see you next time, which I don't know what it'll be. I'm in the middle of making a new journal, and I do think it probably will be the making of the journal, because I've got the cover sorted now, and I want to show you some of the pages I'm going to create. So that hopefully will be my next video, because I'm desperate to get the journal finished so I can actually use it, because it's a big one. It'll be about this size. Yeah, it's basically an A4 size book cover that I've used. I prefer big journals, partly because I actually like using big images. So yes, so it solved the problem by turning the book. If I'd have finished my journal, I'd have done it in there, because obviously my pages would have been big enough. I could have just done it on one page and I wouldn't have to go over the middle. But yes. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with her now. I was a little bit worried at the beginning. I have probably cut out quite a lot at the beginning. And it's turned out quite pretty, I think, in the end. Probably, see, this to me makes the collage finished. Adding these tiny little elements, you look at it and you think, oh, that's a bit bland, isn't it? That's not really going anywhere. But once you start adding these minor little bits and bobs, I think it just gives it the life that it needed, you know, to just bring it to being a nice piece of work, and I'm actually quite happy with it. It's come out quite nice actually. I love castles anyway. I'll go into that another time because I've actually got a castles book that I want to collage in, so we'll cover that in a different video. So thank you all for watching. Hope I haven't bored you to death at the end about my waffling, and please go and check all the other videos out, and obviously Julie and Leigh's videos as well. Now that I've done this, I can actually go and watch theirs now, because I didn't want to be influenced by them, because most of them have done theirs. So now mine's done, I can go and watch. Hope to see you next time. Please subscribe, go around everybody else and subscribe, and don't forget to like, thumbs up. We like thumbs ups. It all helps us being seen on YouTube, because the more people interact with the creators, YouTube think, oh yeah, people want to watch this, and they send your video out for other people to see in the news feeds, and that's how you help the channels grow. So it was nice being back. I enjoyed doing this one, even though there was some elements that were quite hard, but once I got there, yeah, it's come out quite nice, even though I've got a few tears and things in it. But there we are, you know, that's paper for you. Keep well, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.